Alright, this is a quick video just to show some of the features that we've added to the original design of the bungee rail launcher for the X8 aircraft. Starting at the top, we're attaching these front legs to the rail using eye hooks, and that gives us the ability to use carabiners to attach our bungees using welded stainless steel rings. We were concerned a little bit about safety and about these bungees and attachment rings, whatever, flying off and possibly injuring someone. So this is nice and secure, and it also, because we're using short length bungees which provide 10 pounds of force each when they're in the fully deployed pre-launch position, it gives us good scalability because we can add and remove these bungees as needed to add and remove pull force. If we were to change the mass properties of the airplane, we can then pull more or less as needed. Here's showing the bungee next to a 1 foot ruler with the metal rings, and those are just simple butcher's knots at the ends attached to the rings. Okay, moving down the bungee. Oh, one other thing here, we have pins, simple cotter pins to secure the front legs. It just keeps the whole thing from rocking or collapsing while it's sitting if somebody was to bump it. Moving on down the bungee to the other end at the base of this, which we call the shuttle, which shuttles up and down the rail. We have the same idea again. We're using eye hooks, the same carabiners rated at 150 pounds, the steel ring, and the ability to just add and remove bungees easily. I'll just take a look at the bearings on the rail. Really not much change there. We're using just some nuts to do the spacing and keep everything nicely in place. That seems to work out really well as far as keeping the distances the same and keeping the bearings in place with the same alignment. What else? Okay, so the blue bungees, that material is just the Hobby King bungee material. I think it's 10mm diameter blue bungee. That's to accelerate. And then we have this heavy-duty black bungee material, or heavy-duty black bungees, one on each side, attached to the eye hook. That we refer to as our decelerating bungee, and it's attached to the eye hook on the shuttle. And then the same idea down below at the base of the rail. We have another eye hook, so we can secure that deceleration bungee. And that just keeps the shuttle from accelerating up the rail and just banging into these rubber stoppers. But rather than banging into those, which are really there as kind of a secondary, they're not really needed. But so the black bungees just decelerate the whole mechanism and keep it from banging into the end. Coming further down the rail here, we look at the latch mechanism that we're using. These latches, I have it unlatched at the moment, we found to be a really nice choice because we can adjust the tension easily just by turning this screw. The prior ones seemed to get loose over time because they were using a spring steel arced piece which started to stretch over time, and this joint got loose and it was hard to adjust. So anyway, we switched to these latches available on eBay, nicely adjustable, inexpensive, and we have one on each side, just like the original design. One here, one on the opposite side. That keeps our joint nice and tight. And then moving on down, looking at the back legs, just some slight improvements here. Once again, we just used some simple cotter pins so that we can secure the back legs to the rail and keep the whole thing from rocking or keep those legs from collapsing. And we also have just some simple tent stakes that go through a hole there in the bottom of the leg, so we can just push that into the ground, and that nicely secures the tail end of the launcher. Allows us to hook up our bungees, nothing moves, and then when we release this mechanism, keeps everything nice and secure, keeping things from moving. You'll see that in the action video showing this thing in action. So that's it. Thanks very much for watching.